Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. But I feel really shitty. And you're probably saying, why are you recording? Well, this is why I'm recording. I'm recording because of this fucking palette. Because I figured I had a bad day. Why not make it worse? So if you're new here, my name is Theresa and I normally do not sound like this. I usually have a much better sounding voice. So I do apologize if I sound a bit too nasally for you. Now, with that said, if you're not into really awful fucking language or just weird shit in general, then this is probably not the place for you. So feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul. I'll pretend this never happened, but I'll remember our time fondly. And if you want to just jump straight to the overall review and the swatches and all that good shit, I will leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. I just have a chest cold. Like, that's really kind of all that it is. It's nothing too crazy, but it's annoying enough for me. I hate being sick. I really fucking do, because I turn into the biggest baby in the world. Oh, I can't do anything. Alex, I need more water. And the water's literally 2 feet away from me, but I'm like, I can't reach. Like, I'm just not a good person when I'm sick. I'm an awful fucking human being. But with that said, I had to go to work today because, you know, you don't have the luxury of always taking a sick day, and sometimes you just need to fucking show your face in the office after you've been away on vacation. I'm pretty sure we've all been there. In any case, I don't know why every time I feel like shit, I have the worst fucking commute into work. I don't know why today suddenly the train just didn't want to work. Just stopped working. They decided, like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to go to sleep. I'm not going to run today. It took me 2.5 hours to get to work today. It took me 2.5 fucking hours to get to work. But that's not even the fucking sick part of it. When I was on the second train, which I normally am on that train for like maybe 4 stops, instead of a normal 7-minute trip, it took 45 minutes. So there I am, standing like this, because, you know, this is the normal position a human should stand in. When the train started going, it jerked, and I had a lady fall on me. Awesome, great. At least she was nice about it. Usually when people fall on me, they get mad at me. In any case, the conductor comes on and goes,
we're gonna be held here for a while.
Okay, sure. I put my headphones back in. I'm like, all right, so I guess this is what today's gonna be like. Fucking awesome. So then about another like 5 minutes passes or so.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to things, the train is delayed.
What the fuck are things? Okay, fine. So this is going on for like every 5 minutes. Bing boom. Like, it has like this little normal bell sound. Everybody would literally just take their headphones off, like listening for what the conductor would say. And every 5 minutes he would just go,
what do I tell these people? Oh, yeah, train is still delayed.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Fine, whatever. That was probably, I would say, like a good half an hour of my fucking morning was listening to this guy say and I don't know what to tell them. Like, that's really, I love you, MTA. You guys are pieces of shit. But let me tell you my favorite part of today. About 15 minutes before I get off the train, so where I'm standing, I'm actually standing on the end of the car, holding onto a pole in a very awkward position. When I noticed to my left, in the middle of the car, there was an older gentleman. He was staring directly at me, like this. So at first I thought, well, you know what? Sometimes we all do that, where we just like tend to stare and we're really just like staring into the middle distance, wondering what happened with our lives. That happens, okay? So that's pretty normal, I would say. And that's what I thought was happening. Yeah, no, not so much. So I turned my head, you know, because I was like, oh, maybe he'll realize that he's kind of staring at me weird. And then I turned back and he's like this. He doesn't blink. He doesn't blink at all the whole time, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So now I look behind me thinking maybe he's staring at something behind me. So I'm looking, I don't see anything. It's just a bunch of people like. So now I try to turn my body this way, not to make it too obvious. Try to hold on this side of the pole, kind of stare into this direction. But every now and again, I will glance to the middle just to see if this older guy was staring at me. So I do this, and the guy is like this. Okay, yeah, nope, I don't like any of that. This is too fucking weird for me. So finally we pull into the station before the stop I get off. Quite a few people got off, so I was able to kind of wedge myself into the door now. So I'm thinking, all right, well maybe this weirdo got off the fucking train, not a big deal. So now I'm leaning against the door when I realized that the guy maneuvered himself to be on the other side of the door, but in the middle of the car. So technically we have like the same kind of line of vision, like we could see each other perfectly. And he's like this. And this is where I thought I was gonna die. I was like, great, this is how I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed by an older fucking man in the subways. I don't even fucking feel good. I just wanna go home. Why did I go to work today? So the next 5 minutes of my life felt like an eternity because that's all he did was fucking stare at me. Not even try to hide it. He like literally made it super obvious. Creep me the fuck out. So I get off the platform, run up the stairs, and now I'm just like in this kind of like this area right before you go above ground. So I'm walking pretty fast trying to get the fuck out of the subway when I just feel someone grab my shoulder. So I turn around and I see the man. The same man that was staring at me in the subway car. So now I'm like, oh fuck. So he says to me, and I have my headphones on. So I take my headphones off and I'm like, what? And he's like,
You have a very nice head shape.
what?
You have a wonderful...
I was like, okay. Like I hear you. I'm not deaf.
It's quite nice. The shape of your head, proportionate to your body. It's very nice.
I was like, okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So he looked at me and went,
Okay. Bye-bye now.
and then he walked away. He walked away. He walked actually back downstairs into the subway, which means that was not his stop. He purposely got off the fucking train to tell me that I have a beautiful head shape. Before I get into my overall review of the palette, I want to say thank you to the person that sent this to my P.O. box, but unfortunately, Amazon didn't leave a note or whatever, so I don't know who sent it, and it makes me sad because I can't properly thank you, but please let me know down below who you are. I adore your face fucking forever. This was really fucking cool. Like, I actually was able to go to the post office yesterday because I had to go to the pharmacy, and I figured, you know what, since I'm out and about, I might as well use that 1 hour the post office is open to go check my P.O. box, and lo and behold, this little guy was in there. I'm so excited to fucking use this because now I could shut the fuck up about being like, oh man, all this fallout and blah blah blah, I can't do my base, blah. Now I could shut the fuck up about it because I have this and it should work out fine. Unfortunately, I didn't use these today, but I'm going to use them tomorrow. I don't know why I said tomorrow like I was Canadian, but okay. And I will let you guys know what I think of them. But I'm super thankful for this. This is really awesome. And thank you, whoever sent this. I adore your face. And yeah, I'm also kind of upset that the fucking post office didn't leave a question mark on my package. So I guess now they're used to a dead person getting mail. That's really, really, really upsetting because I really wanted them to just keep leaving me question marks. God damn it. Whatever. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. And I know you're probably saying, bitch, are you ever going to learn? Obviously not. I wasn't going to purchase this at all, but Trend Mood called me like the siren that she is. And I figured, fuck it, why not buy this? And if I have another bad time, at least it could be a funny video. In any case, I wasn't excited about this, but as soon as this shit dropped, I was like, fuck it, let me purchase this and let me ruin my day. So let me tell you a little bit about the palette before I get into my overall thoughts and review and all that bullshit. A palette featuring 15 brand new eyeshadow shades in the classic signature Natasha Denona formulas, including matte, metallic, sparkling, and duochrome shades. The palette debuts shades of gold in an array of different textures. It also includes browns and greens to complement any of the golden hues, so you can create a broad range of eye looks from natural and golden to dramatic glam. So with that said, this is Natasha Denona's holiday palette. It looks exactly the same as the Sunset palette with the similar packaging, except this has more of like a plasticky feel while the other one is more of a leather feel. So for $129, what do you get? You get this really bougie fucking packaging, like incredibly bougie, which I kind of love a little bit. What I don't love is the fact that my fingerprints are all over this fucking bitch. So it looks like I just fucked her ass up. And so for $129, I'm not a fan that it looks like shit. But when you open her up, you get a mirror here. You get this protector sheet and you get a whopping 15 shades. I really had no expectation with this palette. I had none whatsoever, considering it was a complete shit show with the Safari palette. And I wasn't really a big fan of the Sunset palette either. I thought it was okay, I just didn't think it was worth the hype. So I was kind of really apprehensive about trying this, but I really want this bitch to prove me wrong. I want her to show me there's a reason why my shit costs $129, bitch, and this is the reason why. And I really like this palette. I know, and it makes me sad because it's $129. Bad enough I already made the fucking plunge with Pat McGrath, and while I do not regret it by any means, my wallet does, and my bank account cries every fucking night. The only reason why I also purchased this is that I actually had a $100 gift card. So in reality, I only really paid $40 for this palette. I'm excited to say that I had a better experience with this palette than I did with the Safari palette or the Sunset palette. I really wanted to kind of focus on the blue and the duochrome shade. What I don't like about it is that the amount of fallout. So the fallout, while it's not as bad as the Safari palette, it's still pretty decent, where the matte in particular, especially this shade, Aria, is very, very powdery, almost ABH standards. So, you know, when you're lightly tapping into the pan, you're gonna create a lot of kick up. And then when you tap the brush off, at least 2/3 of the product falls off. However, the 1/3 of the product that does remain is still very pigmented, so you can still create some sort of look. I found no issues in terms of blending at all. This palette is completely night and day compared to the Safari palette. The Safari palette, I felt like I had to work for everything and I got shit results. This, I was able to create these two looks in under 20 minutes and I had a great time doing it. So I actually want to zoom you close in. Now keep in mind, I actually haven't had this look on all day. Like I literally only had it on for the past, let me see, what time is it, 7:49? Probably for the past 2 hours. It's a world of difference from the blue that I experienced in the Safari palette, where I felt like I had immediate baldness and it was hard to blend out. This, I feel like it just worked out so perfectly. But the amount of fucking fallout between the matte and the glitter shades are just not fun. Not fun at all, and it's really a pain in the ass to clean up. However, with my new patent pending shadow shields, I think I should be just fine. I really love that duochrome shade, which is lime chrome. So on this side, I totally loved it. I thought it was really pretty. I really love the fucking duochrome. I had no issues with blending, but when I did pack on the duochrome shade, I felt crumbles all down my face. So there's a crazy amount of fallout with that duochrome. I also found that the shade lime chrome is so incredibly soft. When I was putting my brush into it, it actually was like moving within the pan. So if you are to get this, just kind of be mindful of that, is that this is incredibly soft. I felt like a lot of the mattes in this, including some of the shimmers, had such a nice soft feel. There were a couple of metallic ones that I felt like were a little bit gritty, but not too uncomfortable. But I do want to point out something. So this shade, as much as I love the shade, I realize I have this shade already, kind of, sorta, with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the color Moonwalk, which I believe retails for a whopping $4 fucking. So I would say that they're very similar. So this is Natasha Denona, and then this is ColourPop. Sorry, I made that swatch really big. I used my middle finger, and that bitch is big. But you can see, kind of look very similar, if not the same. I'd probably say the ColourPop one is a touch darker. But overall though, if you really just wanted to kind of dupe that shade, I say go for the ColourPop one. So yeah, so overall, I really don't have any complaints with this palette. I found that a lot of the formula is very buttery and very smooth and actually true to what people have been telling me about Natasha Denona palettes. I feel like everyone has been fucking lying to me, and now I'm like, oh, I get it. I totally get it. I'm very happy that I did purchase this. And while I'm even more happy that I used a fucking Sephora gift card, had I not used a Sephora gift card, I think I would be totally okay with purchasing this. And I know, because it's kind of ridiculous because it's $129 and it's a lot of fucking money. I actually like this a little bit more than the Sultry palette, and I actually really like the Sultry palette, but I felt like it's kind of the same shit over and over again. And essentially, you would think that this is very similar, but in reality, a lot of the golds have such different undertones that you can create a lot of different looks. So I feel like the claims that it does make is very true. However, I can't speak to a lot of it because I only really focus on a few colors up here because I wanted to kind of focus on more of the weirder colors, because I feel like anybody can rock a gold eye. You know gold's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be like perfection every fucking time. So I really wanted to like try my hardest with these other shadows, and I'm glad to say that it worked out. The brown is a slight overkill. These two browns in particular kind of swatch very similar, so I almost wish they got rid of one and they put like maybe an olive green in there. That would have been very pretty. Is if you are on the fence about this and you're okay spending $129, like I really want to underline that and say, are you okay spending that much money? Your bank account will be crying. Then yes, I think you'll be very pleased with this palette. Do I think you need to rush out and get it? No, you don't need to rush out and get anything, and I never want you to ever feel that way, because at the end of the day, if you got this or not, this is not gonna fucking change your life. This is literally not gonna get off the table and make you fucking breakfast. This is just a pretty ass, bougie ass fucking eyeshadow palette that every time you look at it reminds you why you're in credit card debt. Overall, I'm very pleased and I'm very excited to say that I like this palette, and I'm very happy that I did get it, because now I can understand why people like Natasha Denona so much. I'm just mad that it took the third fucking palette for me to see that. So let me know down below if you're thinking about picking this up, or if you're completely skipping out on it, or whatever the case may be. I'm always curious to know. I also do want to point out, I know I was supposed to put the Gemini palette up yet. I actually am like halfway done filming it, and yeah, whatever. We'll talk about that in the next video. But that is definitely coming, so don't think I forgot about it. I just got really excited about this because I love shitting on things, and now I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to shit on anything. On that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.